All right, guys. So happy Saturday and welcome to the venue live. My name is Roger Ramirez, and this is Houston's first online live performance venue, brought to you from R&R Studio. And this actually is our coronavirus concert series. But today in the studio we have Fuska with us. Thank you guys for joining us.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hold on. Let me make sure that you're on. There we go.
Hello.
Hey, what's up,
Hello,
everybody?
internet world.
Hey guys, how's it going, guys? Let's get started. Tell us your names and what you do in the band.
So my name's Rick. I play keyboards.
Andy, vocals.
I'm Jacob. I play guitar.
Julio, I play the drums.
I'm Alex. I play bass.
Awesome, guys. And are y'all from Houston? Any
I'm actually from Monterrey, Mexico.
Monterrey? You were born down there?
He's an immigrant.
I'm an immigrant too. I was born in Mexico. I was born in Mexico City.
Lai,
bro.
vato, lai. Esa es la lai. That's
Sí,
all.
güey. Yo crucé el río.
Yeah. And that's
No,
what,
okay, so
I was in vacation for like 15 years.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Then I came here.
So how long have y'all been together and who founded this band?
Well, we've been together for 11 years now, 2009. And me and Julio actually
We knew each other from high school.
from a long time.
Oh yeah?
But years later, I was in a band called Always Guilty, and me and the bass player,
Shout out to Always Guilty.
me and him kind of started our own thing, and I actually called Homeboy up. And here we are, man.
Also, shout out to Isaac because he was in the band. Also, like he was one of the, like,
Founding members.
yeah,
He was the
one
founding
of the
father of the band.
Yeah, it was like me, Andy, and Isaac. So, shout out to DJ Simmer Down.
So besides y'all like meeting each other, how did y'all meet these other guys?
Actually, once I found him, he actually brought our original guitar player Joey, and that's his cousin.
Yeah.
So
And then,
that's-
okay, so
Not you.
I got Joey, and then Joey, I knew Rick, and Joey was like, let's get Rick on here also.
Hey,
So, and then that happened.
damn fool.
But basically,
It's a long story.
it's kind of a long story, but long story short, we're all related in some weird way.
Oh, yeah?
We're family.
Yeah, we're family. At the end of the day, especially me and Julio.
I hate them.
Julio married into our family. So like they were saying, my cousin asked me to come play keyboards. And this was maybe about 9 years ago or something like that. So I was like, cool, yeah. They had a CD release show at House of Blues, and I was like, yeah, I'll go check it out. And I went for about 30 minutes and left. and didn't talk to them for like another 8 or 9 months. Sorry, guys. I want to apologize 9 years later. But yeah, man, here we are.
So who writes the songs? Who?
So,
What's the process like?
We don't even know.
I think.
So, all right, hold on. Special thanks to
everybody.
Damien Aranda,
There you go.
who wrote, I'm gonna say almost half of the songs on this album.
Okay.
He's referring
I
to the
mean-
new album.
Yeah, on the new album.
Yeah.
Yeah. But special shout out to Joey and Isaac for kind of helping shape
Set
like
the tone.
the original sound that Fusca had, and
So- Yeah,
Go
so
ahead.
pretty much where we are at our point in our musical sound has kind of been developing over the years with my cousin on guitar, and he brought the metal ska vibe that we're
Yeah,
kind of looking
definitely.
for. And then Jacob on guitar now is a total shredder, so he brings that idea of metal riffs with like tight, punchy ska lines.
Yeah, he does.
and,
But
and just melds it.
well,
just right, you know?
during soundcheck, he was doing all those fucking licks, but then he would switch to like the ska, and I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah,
I was
bro.
like, that's pretty
Yeah,
solid.
I mean
That's kind of
that's the
the-
most fun part about being in
that's-
this band is being able to switch like that on the fly. Honestly, dude.
So what about y'all's influences? Growing up, how does that fit into the
Alex,
style?
What are your influences?
What are your influences?
I mean,
Like Scatastrophics?
yeah. No, I don't know. I'm kind of the pop punk kid in the band. I mean, I like to play. I mean, like the reason mostly I wanted to join this band is because it's not something I would typically I guess, gravitate to. It keeps me challenged, and it's fun. And these dudes are, like, I don't know, like.
That's the thing about this band. You
It's
know,
a-
we have so much genres in our. You know,
Yeah.
we were not trying to sound like this band. You know, like
And you
this other
don't.
band. We're just trying to like.
Everything we love, we mash it up into a 2-minute song. like which is blast beats to thrash metal to a cumbia to like whatever it is. Like we ska, reggae, you know, we try to put it all into this 2-minute segment.
What about you growing up? Big influence in your life as a drummer?
As a drummer, it was System of a Down. I was like,
Shit, I mean,
Look at him now. He's a poser.
it was
No, not Julio, the System of a Down drummer guy. Fuck that guy.
it was like Maná and Intocable. Like,
Intocable is fucking amazing.
and then-
I love Intocable.
Cause I grew up with corridos, nothing like my dad jamming all that stuff, and then like System of a Down was one of those bands that kind of like influenced. Yeah, like oh, I could do this on drums.
Yeah.
It opened his eyes.
We didn't hear that. I didn't hear you.
I guess like for me, I mean, I guess you know like Hub City Stompers. I don't know if y'all know them, but them and Sublime mixed with like Slayer and Megadeth. I guess like that's just like the funnest stuff for me to play.
Yeah.
And like it's such a blessing to be able to do this in this band like on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Like I can play metal and ska like back to back, and it's
That's
like
pretty awesome, dude.
it's such a weird thing to do.
It's a good
like-
mix, and we've had.
Yeah, thank you.
I was telling you, we've had like close to 200 bands here, and y'all are unique to your sound.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you,
Hey, you
man.
only
Thank
heard us
you.
play like 2 songs.
I know. I did. Well, I heard a little bit while we were
Yeah,
setting
of
up with
course.
your album a little bit, but other than that, I hadn't heard y'all, so I didn't know what to expect.
Mhm.
And y'all are good, though. Y'all are freaking awesome.
Thank you.
Senor Andy,
Man,
Some experiences.
influences, man.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
influences. I'm like
what I always grew up
experiences.
with, you know, corridos.
Oh yeah.
You know, I always listen to like Fabulosos, Maldita,
Yeah.
Beatles, Doors. Man, I don't really
But-
everything.
Fun story though. Me and Andy in high school, he was like, "I play guitar, you play you play drums." I was like, and then he was like, "We should jam." and we got together and we jammed, and he was playing like Nirvana and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh, this I
was
don't
like
like this
14,
dude.
fool. I was like 14,
I don't like this dude."
Put me on the spot. I was cool, man.
But like low key, I was like, "He's cool."
I saw you in the back of the
He's
fucking-
cool, but I don't like his guitar playing.
So you play
Anywho.
guitar as well? You play
Like
you play
15
little
years
guitar?
later, here we are still.
You play a little guitar?
Yeah, I fit over there, I guess. Yes, you can fit over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool.
So what's a singer that you grew up that you really had some love for?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
man.
sweet too, though.
Yeah.
See? And that's what Fuska is. It's just like everybody, all that
That's cool,
matches
man.
up together.
Because you go from like Paul McCartney to corridos. I mean, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
That's freaking badass.
Which
man.
has nothing to do with Fusca. Paul McCartney, anyway. Paul McCartney, if you're out there, you know,
I hate the Beatles. We're better than Kanye. Come work with us.
influences for me growing up, a lot of metal, death metal, thrash, all that good stuff. A lot of punk, a lot of alternative music was real cool to me growing up. Early 90s alternative.
Oh,
Hey,
Duran Duran.
so if y'all want to go back to the 80s, I'm old school, so we could talk about like New Order and
Hey, I've been on some
Depeche
Loverboy
Mode and all that
stuff
good
lately.
stuff.
So.
Nah, you see now that's a whole nother a whole nother boat. But as far as inspiration for Fusca, I like a lot of the heavier side. I don't really have keyboard inspiration for Fusca, just more of the vibe in general. I like a lot of quote unquote newer metal bands, I guess like Dillinger, Every Time I Die, stuff like that. You know, I like a lot of those guys. We as a band, we try to incorporate a lot of thrashy, Sepultura, Slayer style riffs, and that's kind of early on influence that I've had, and I feel like where we're at now as far as this band, we kind of honed in on that. A
Well,
little bit better.
maybe I'm not too familiar with the style of like the metal too much, but I feel like what you're doing it really fits with the music, you know.
Yeah, well, so like Andy said, Fusca has been a band for about 11 years, and around that time, shortly after that, we took our first trip out to California to go play with some bands out there
Oh,
that
nice.
are doing the whole ska core scene out there. So they've been doing this whole punk, thrash, metal, ska vibe, and one of the first times when we went out to California, like my mind was blown. I was just like
How
tripping.
big it was.
Yeah, Mafia Rusa
Oh, yeah.
They
out
have a
there,
really good
Ocho
scene out there.
Calacas out there. What other bands?
La Resistencia. Yeah.
All these dudes.
Secta
you know?
Core.
Secta Core, you know, and it's just we kind of, we felt like when we saw these bands and experienced these bands, it's like that's what we're doing,
Yeah.
you know, but just over here in
It's like a
Texas.
home for what we're doing. 'Cause
That's pretty
Yeah.
dope, man.
Yeah.
Here we're kind of like lost in the water, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like we're kind of the only band that does that here.
It's
And
like
in LA, like with Otros Calacas and like other bands like that,
Yeah.
like it's definitely more of a scene there. And I feel like sometimes we're a little lost. Like
Yeah, there's a
back
few
here,
bands here in
yeah.
Houston, Molotov, Compromise,
Yeah.
you know, that
Yeah.
are kin to what we're doing, and but there's definitely a lot of bands out in Cali that are holding
Well, in the
it down.
'90s, there was Middle Finger. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
Super
yeah,
Straw,
you go back
like,
Middle Finger, that's
like
like
those are legend here in
Yep.
Houston. Like for
shout
us.
out Middle Finger, 30-Foot Fall,
Yeah.
H-Town.
they're from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I know 30-Foot Fall, legend punk rock band here in Houston. The guitar player and drummer used to have this band called Middle Finger, and they were like
They were metal
crazy
with
ska,
funk and
punk,
ska.
punk, and just-
Oh
yeah,
no shit.
Like
yeah, and super hype.
They
Super
still
hype
blow my
live
mind,
shows.
like-
yeah.
they were way.
Come
ahead of their
back,
time.
Middle Finger is what we're trying to say. Come
Yeah.
back and let us open for you guys.
Well, that's
play a
pretty
show together.
progressive for the time, you know, back then, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yep.
So Fusca, the name. Tell us about the name. What does it mean?
Andy can take care of that.
How did you come about? How did you choose it?
Now, actually, our original bass player came up with the name
Isaac.
Isaac. He just
He wanted
what
to name
about?
it Isaac, and then we said no.
He's like, we're like, what? He's like, what about Fusca? We're like, dude, that shit's taken, bro. like,
That's a food, bro.
It is a food in
Yeah, but-
Bangladesh.
Fusca? It's a food?
that's
It's a
actually
food in Bangladesh.
Or you Googled it?
We've actually
We
had
really
it.
did.
We've actually like. There's a place in Houston in Ailey.
Like last
I'm just
Thanksgiving.
saying, it's pretty good. It's
He
pretty
said what?
good.
What you
It's a
think?
pretty good food though.
Anywho, man, we thought the name sounded, metal and sounded ska, so we're like, man, hell yeah, dude.
No, but the word Fusca
it's,
comes from it's a gun. Like,
it's Spanish slang for gun.
like
Oh.
gangster gun.
Okay.
You know, don't ta la Fusca.
No, it's Spanish slang for gun.
And is that why you chose it, or?
Yeah, and it had the ska on it, Fusca, and we're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
not to sound too cliche about
I
it.
mean, you gotta have the ska,
Gotcha. Yeah. The catastrophics,
Like
all
otherwise, you're not a
that.
ska band. You're
Yeah.
just Sublime or something.
Or Mighty Mighty Boston, so
Yeah,
check.
one of those.
That
Or
is
maybe
true.
less than Jake.
Or Real Big Fish. Alright, anywho.
So tell us about what you're gonna be doing today. You dropped a new album yesterday. So tell us a little bit about that, the name and where
So
people
this
can
album
find it and
is
stuff.
called Sucia Sociedad.
Which
is,
I really love the title, by the way.
Which is Dirty Society, and then like
Dirty
it
Society.
goes perfect with what's going on right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Actually, I think this album couldn't come out at a better time.
I know.
We've been actually working with this album for
Like
a while.
2 or 3 years about now.
So it actually came out, I think, in a pretty cool time with the shit that's going on everywhere, and with this fucking virus, and with all this bullshit, corruption, police brutality, and just,
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
we did a
Shit.
video.
There's so much.
We did a video a while back for our opening track on this, and the day we filmed the video for it was Memorial Day, and that was the day that George Floyd got murdered.
Oh wow.
And the opening track deals with police brutality and police corruption.
No way, man.
And when we were doing it, we were already dealing with the Ahmaud Arbery and dealing with the Nicolas
Yeah.
Chavez case
Yeah.
here in Houston and stuff. So I just filmed this video and then wake up the next morning to another incident was just kind of, so like Andy said, it's like these songs kind of represent the idea of a dirty society, which is kind of a deal that we're all having to face right now. you know, in one way or another. Yeah, so not to be Debbie Downers, but
No,
you
but
know.
it's true, man. I mean, it's really what we're.
Yeah.
I mean, in every aspect of it, you know, as far as like the government brutality, the virus, and it's just it's not just the virus pandemic; it's corruption that's out there, and you know, that's.
Yeah, and all this stuff is just coming out little by little, you know.
Oh,
We're just
yeah.
seeing it more and more,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
So I really enjoyed the title. Actually, I saw the title of your album. And I was like, that's like freaking perfect for what's going on. So where can people go and listen to the actual album? Besides, are you gonna be playing the album? Or
So we're
songs
gonna.
of
So
today?
we just released the album yesterday. We're gonna be playing the album tonight in the entirety from front to back, and we're gonna do a few extra old school songs. And we're actually also super stoked that we were fortunate enough to release this album through Smell This Records out of California.
Nice.
Good homie in the scene, Elvis Cortez. He plays in the Left Alone. Shout out to Elvis.
Shout out.
Left Alone out in California. He runs Smell This Records, and we met Elvis years back. They were on tour with Mustard Plug, and we played with them here in Houston. Then they came back with Voodoo Glow Skulls, and we played with them then and run into each other. And every time I seen them, you know, we talk about releasing an album with them and stuff, and we finally have been fortunate enough to do it. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. On what platforms did y'all release it?
So we're releasing it through all the major
Yeah,
streams. We
YouTube.
got a digital download. So if you go over to Road Dogg merch, or if you go over to Smell This Records, you can check out all the stuff there. We got digital downloads.
It's streaming
there.
everywhere. I mean, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play.
And and what about your social media? What do you
So
have? as
if
far as
we
social
got
media?
Instagram Fusca HTX,
You're right.
right?
Right.
Fusca HTX
It's got underscore.
HTX
Underscore
yeah.
HCS.
It's the one with the logo, with our gun logo.
But the more followers.
The one with more followers.
I did see the
Yeah. So we got that. We got we were on Facebook, Fusca. We got YouTube channel.
Yeah. It's
you know,
always better if you just put if you're gonna Google it, just Fusca band.
Yeah,
and then
Fusca
it pulls
band.
up.
So
Because then you'll get a bunch of pictures of food.
If you just put
to
Fusca.
throw this out there. So Alex C says, "Tell Julio to fuck off."
Fuck off, Julio. Sounds about right.
I don't know who that is, but they're right, dude. That's
No,
all.
Alex.
I don't
That's
know who
why
that
he's
is
in the
either.
fucking
Fuck
bag.
you, Alex. Nah, I'm kidding.
He's
Alex
hidden
C.
away in the fucking drums.
No, I know who he is. I know exactly who he is.
Yeah,
Shout
there's
out
a-
Reaganary Rejects.
I will see you Wednesday, asshole.
Thurko's Martyr. Wrote Metallica.
Metallica.
So thank you guys for watching on YouTube.
He heard you playing Enter Sandman earlier,
Hey,
dude.
we're gonna do Master Puppets in its
Hey,
entirety.
hey, hey,
the
hey.
whole album.
In
not
ska.
just
In ska.
Hey,
In
I don't know how to
ska.
suck like Lars.
Scott Talica?
So all you
I'll
guys
get him down.
comment on YouTube and Facebook. I'm gonna read all the comments as the band is playing. So
Oh,
if
cool.
you want to curse out somebody else in the band, please do.
Yeah,
I
you
will
guys
let
got
them
some
know.
suggestions. Tell any one of us to we're doing a little sloppy or whatever.
So
yeah, go for
Alex,
it.
Right.
Alex is laughing. Hero. Thanks, Alex, for the awesome words. Okay, we talked about your social media. So where do you see yourself in like 5 years as a band? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to play? What do you want to do?
5 years,
what is the
bro.
goal?
Playing gigs again. I truly miss
Yeah,
that.
we're
It's
kind of
true,
missing
bro.
playing gigs.
I
you know?
mean, this like COVID stuff, it's killing the music scene. But
Yeah.
it's killing it.
Unfortunately,
I
is.
think we're still early on, man. We still got
I think it's still
a lot
fucking
of-
starting, bro.
Yeah, we still got a lot of stuff to figure out. We still got a long road ahead and all that stuff. 5 years is a long time, but not that long.
I don't want to hold it.
Hopefully, just trying to adapt with the times, like we're doing now. You know, we can't play shows, we can't go out of town, we can't do stuff like that. So we're thinking outside of the box. We're thinking about things we can do as a band collectively to.
And this is
pursue
one of
more
them. Shout out to
online
you, man.
things. Yeah,
Seriously.
shout out to.
Thanks.
Yeah, dude, you're like literally kind of like
You're
keeping this
you're
shit
saving
going
the
in a
music
way.
scene right
God
now.
sent
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
with a mask
No.
on.
with a mask on.
You're literally
All
like
these
the
guys are
lungs
wearing
of
masks and
Houston,
shit.
like
We were
you're
just
keeping
smoking
us
a blunt
alive right
outside. And these was
I really appreciate it, guys. I'm really happy to have you all here, man. Sound check was I was really amazed by Soundcheck, guys. I didn't know what I don't ever really know what to expect from bands that
Yeah.
come here, but I knew since it was that you were my connect, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't know it was gonna be that good.
Oh damn.
I didn't know. I don't remember you being that badass of a drummer.
Hey, fool,
well, I was
we're
here.
about to go on, and the people are like, man, they're not
You
that
must have
great,
been holding
fool.
back.
Julio's great when he wants to be.
Scatastrophics is a different band, and I played different in that.
Because I would have remembered you, bro. You
Always
wasn't
guilty.
here. I was like, oh shit, I don't remember that.
It's like CrossFit on the drums.
It's like CrossFit. Well,
My
I love it,
workout.
guys. And guys, go follow these guys on their social media, Facebook. We're gonna tag them on all these posts. Their YouTube. Go subscribe to them. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, hit that subscribe button for us. It really helps us
Right
to
up here.
grow this
Or there,
platform,
there,
to be able
there,
to reach new
or there.
people, new fans, more working bands, to be able to offer the service and share music. It's a pleasure for me to have
Thanks
bands,
a lot, man.
bands like
Thanks
you to
again,
come
brother.
here, and I get the pleasure to mix y'all, and the luxury for me to be able
Definitely.
to meet musicians of all genres, and all of you come from all sorts of backgrounds, and it's just an honor for me, guys.
live.
What you showing there?
You're reading all. Yeah, shout out to our kids too. My kid, I know my
Families,
kids are watching.
guys. Families is important, guys.
Like,
Shout out to
Susanna Albert, I love
For
you.
the damn mic.
Shao, love you.
Okay, I'm done.
Hey,
I want to
shout
shout out to Severo Brown. I don't know if y'all know Severo.
I don't
He,
have
he,
kids.
he reached out to us and he's saying hi. And Daniel B. Lopez, puro pinche Fusca blast.
Eso chingón.
Hey, he was in Fusca too.
yeah.
With the
Fusca,
trombone.
bro.
With the trombone.
With a
yeah?
tromboner.
El
but for real,
batallón.
he was
PG,
in the
bro.
last album.
No boner talk, bro.
I just
No.
want to say shout out to all of our kids except for Alex's because he doesn't have any.
No, he has some in there. Some.
Here's
They're somewhere.
some ready to come out.
They're gonna
I'm
come
his
out somewhere.
child.
Your girls, bro.
Well, guys, I want to send a shout out to Diego from King Baby Familia.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Ivan Lopeza, KPFT, Hank Lamb, Kevin Hamlin, all those guys who are doing like awesome things for the music community. Severo Brown, we just said hi to him, but to him, shout out to all those Rock Animal who supports the Spanish rock scene in Houston. All those guys are like really close to what we're doing here, really good friends, and just a shout out to them. Go follow them, guys. Go support all these social medias and all these music outlets. This is like the perfect time to show some love, man.
There's a lot of bands in Houston.
A lot of bands,
Houstonians know there's it seems that there's a lot more musicians in Houston than there are music fans, live music
Yes.
fans. So keep in mind, give it up for these bands that have been doing it for a while. Scatastrophics, our homie Scatastrophics.
Definitely.
Scarnales.
Scanales, they've been doing it for a while. Magnolia, Action Frank, Alex's other band, they've been doing it for a while.
Isaac.
So I guess we're doing shout outs right now.
Yeah, it's a shout out.
Yeah. Getting back on this album, like I said,
Shout out.
Shout out to Isaac, man, for getting this together. Shout out to my cousin Joey for honing
Damien.
it in on this,
Edwin.
on this vibe.
We
Shout out to
haven't
our boy
mentioned
Edwin.
Edwin.
We saw Edwin last night. He came and hung out with us and played a song on bass, so that was cool. Shout out to Damien, man, for his work
Again.
and his stuff throwing it
And
down.
Ronnie Speda was hanging out with you last night.
Oh yeah,
You
Ronnie.
saw
We were
last
hanging
night.
out with Ronnie before practice.
Who
Yeah,
is that?
and after
Nah,
practice.
I'm just kidding, man.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Rebels. Shout out to Rebels. Yeah, man. But a lot of people, a lot of our friends,
Gulf Coast guys represent.
a lot of our friends, like Jacob said earlier, our family that's been sticking by us throughout this whole process. My girl Monica, my kids Draven and Luca. They're watching. Hi, how's it going?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, fam. See you in a bit. But yeah, a lot of people to think about in these uncertain times.
And all the
kind of
people
like,
we forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, the obligatory.
You know who you are.
It's a long list.
You know who? Oh well, I mean, shout out to Rudy Olivares for starting the
Rudy
recording
Root
process,
Boy.
and then shout out to Jacob over at House of Sound in Denver Harbor for finishing the second half of the record. And King Benny, there you go, King Benny.
That boy
Check
King
out,
Benny.
Check out King Benny online. Check out Blue Light Studio online. My son's calling me. I know you're watching, Draven. I'm not gonna answer. I'll talk to you later. Go to bed.
Well, I want to send a shout out to my brother who's watching. Fernando Perez says Julio is I.
Yeah.
Concept 6 retracted their message. I don't know what it was. Concept 6, come to Los Angeles when this shit is over.
Oh, we're down. We want to come back. We love LA. We want to come back.
Beat LA.
So, guys, we're going to take a little break. Unless you have something else to say, we're going to take a little break.
Yeah, we're good.
We're gonna
ready to rock out.
take a little break. These guys are gonna remember to share this event, guys. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, share this. We're gonna give you a little time to actually subscribe. These guys are gonna be back. Tell your friends. These guys are about to friggin' perform some beautiful songs. Fucking awesome.
Puras
musicians.
serenatas, compadre.
Puras
Vamos a tocar.
serenatas.
Beautiful is
Puras
one way to
serenatitas.
describe it.
And so don't go anywhere, guys.
They're the kind of
It's gonna
songs
be
to
heavy.
take to your girlfriend.
It's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be
You know.
kind of ugly. So
Take it
just
to your
prepare.
mother-in-law one day. Mira, suegra, lo que tengo, mira.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We will be right back.